Good morning, everybody. We are doing daily time investment strategies. So this is my daily order of operations for November the 18th. All right, I hope you're all doing well this morning. Let's just get this going. We're going to share my screen and take you to, excuse me, VoxxLife testimonials. So we're going to start with 2 testimonials as always. And today I'm just going to scroll down for the first one and see what's this. Okay. Jan Norman said, I slept much better last night because my Vox never left my feet. I have osteo and rheumatoid arthritis and fibromyalgia. No restless leg syndrome. Slept comfortably. I debated leaving them on while I had a shower. After all, I could complete 2 tasks at once. But I took them off and felt some pain until they went back on. So I like that. So say thank you for sharing. And we're going to keep that in mind when we talk to people. Amazing how many people will say that they or somebody they know is suffering with any one of those things: osteo and rheumatoid arthritis. Those are 2 different kinds of arthritis, and fibromyalgia. So again, anybody says anything like that, and you can show them this testimonial. You can either cut it and paste it and send it to them in email or messenger, or you can invite them to this page and they can look around. So now let's do a search for something. Let's search for knee pain. Let's see what people have to say about VoxxLife and knee pain. Okay, let's read this one right here by Allie. So this says, this is way back from 2018. Back pain, I think that's supposed to be sciatica. Knee pain, energy, sleeping, testimony. I have been wearing HBT for almost 2 years now, and my body has never felt so good. I'm blessed for life. I can live now having 0 pain and a better quality of life. I put the socks on and give them a full 7-day review. I suffered from, what happened there? Interesting. So she must have, there must be something missing. Oh, here we go. Okay. Where did we leave off? Okay, I suffered from lower back pain, sciatica, to the point where I was not sleeping well, couldn't stand, sit, or travel for very long. My knees always throb, and when day 2 went by, I felt 0 pain in my body. Wow. My baby was 4 months old. Imagine having a body full of pain when your baby's so small. My baby was 4 months old at the time, and the energy and refreshed sleep that I found were something I hadn't felt in years. I'm very thankful for VoxxLife coming into my life, and the impact on my life and my family is beyond gratitude. I wear the technology 24/7 and sharing my story to encourage you to try them. Everybody benefits in some way. The changes I felt: pain-free for 20 months, better sleep, waking up with no pain and refreshed, increased energy, like the batteries won't turn off, more focus, deal with difficult situations better, strength, balance, stability, and snowmobiling, and clarity. My 6-year-old son wears them, and I have never heard of a growing pain since. My kids have that benefit too. He is more focused, behaves better, understands, communication better and stronger. He says he runs faster and they make him feel good. He also wears them 24/7, and I could definitely notice when he doesn't wear them. A big win for VoxxLife and neurotechnology. Thank you. Okay, so this just today, I'm going to share this piece with one of my customers who just bought them for her kiddo. So that's great. I'm not sure if she's in this group, but I'm going to try tagging her in case she is. No, she didn't accept that invitation. I'm going to see that in. Hear that later. Okay, there's our 2 testimonials. Amazing for today. So now let's go to Team Vaccination. You've all been invited to this group. If you're not in it, you can request to join or just send me a PM and I can make sure that you are in here. Okay, so let's go to the units. We have all of our recorded calls. We're going to watch 10 minutes of a recorded call. What is this? This is okay, so we're going to click on this one. Your backstory can become your vision. Let's watch this for 10 minutes. I'm just going to move forward here because I think the first few minutes are a lot of talking. So, okay, let's listen in for 10 minutes.
Up from everybody, so we would have been okay.
No,
but Terry kind of shared some of my story, and so I have notes. I used to do a ton of training with my other company, and actually one of the things that I really treasured the most when I stepped away and came here was for Team Vaccination and for the leadership. Then it was primarily, Terry and Paul. I was able to meet them pretty early on, and but so many of you have stepped up. And so I was really happy to stay in the background, but I recently just kind of went on a soul searching journey of my own. And so my hope is tonight that if just one of you can benefit from what I'm going to share, any part of what I'm going to share, that that'll just be my answered prayer, because I don't have any kind of a slideshow, a PowerPoint. I told Terry I do really well just speaking from my heart. And so this might be quicker than other trainings. I don't know, but I'm just going to start telling you. He already told you some of my backstory. Some of the parts that weren't in there is how desperate we were. It's almost 25 years ago, and how shy I was and scared to talk in front of people. I could have been voted least likely to ever do party plan sales. And so the personal growth that I experienced was probably one of the biggest gifts that I received from being thrown into sales. So sometimes your backstory, or the thing that you think is the worst possible thing that could ever happen to you. For us, it was nearly losing our farm. And my husband was already trucking, I was already working, we had 3 kids that were active. Like, what else can you add to that schedule except a home-based business? So if somebody's on here and you need valuable money, you can do it here. It isn't easy, it's hard work, but where else can you do it in the minutes, the moments, the little bits of time that you have? Where else could you do that? Nowhere. And where else can you make sure you don't miss the kids' games or the grandkids' activities? So I fell in love with direct sales. It was, like I said, party plan, and I mastered that. I knew how many parties it took to make $1,000, and I was really, really good at promoting the business and bringing in lots of people that also had debt and needed, saving grace for their debt with income. So I got really good at that, and that's really all it takes. If you have a passion for whatever business you're in or whatever product you have, you can build it into something incredible if you believe in the company, you believe in the product, and you believe in the mission. And so something I'm sure we all do this, but I hope every single one of us uses all of the products, or at least the ones we need, and that our family members do, because that's so important. We can't speak from sincerity if we're just trying to sell something that we think is too expensive to wear, we think doesn't work. Like, I wouldn't be without Neurovax patches. When I was down, I put the Harmony on, so I wouldn't go 1 minute without either one of those technologies, because typically I wear socks. So that's so very important. But back then, I built my business because I had a passion to help people get out of debt. I did a really good job. My mantra would always be, is for my kids and for myself and for my team, you can do anything you want if you want to do it badly enough. And so sometimes I had to remind myself of that here now, because Party Plan was very different than this business, and this business changed a whole lot in the last year, as we know. So I remember celebrating my $1 million when we hit that was a milestone. And I remember what mattered the most to me is I figured out how much commissions our team would have earned, and I could envision the prom dresses and the weddings and the college and the books and all of those things that we help families pay for. So I think it's important for us to really understand and realize what a difference we make. And if we don't have a large team yet, we need to just really envision that person that has better balance, that doesn't have pain, and really know that what you do every single day, whether how much time, if you have 30 minutes or 2 hours, whatever time you put into it, that really, really matters, and you are making a difference. So as Terry said, I thought I would live and die and retire and always be in that other company. So it kind of caught me off guard when all of a sudden, I was loving sharing this product, and then I had to go and do my other business, and that happened for several months. And all of a sudden, I thought, God kind of works miraculously, because He kind of just let that business kind of start dwindling for me. It would be really hard to walk away from a huge paycheck, so He took care of that. But I realized that what I love to do is to help people. I love to know when I laid my head on the pillow, I made a difference. And the other business kind of became a lot of hobbyists and a lot of real part-time people. And they didn't need me as much. But when I was here and I was sharing our products, and I was seeing, like, when people would give you a hug when you were doing an event, and you'd put a pair of socks on them, and they'd walk around the event and come back and give you a hug and have tears in their eyes and want more socks. That was super rewarding for me. And all of a sudden, one day I just remember going, oh my gosh, I absolutely love doing this. I want to tell you how I heard about VoxxLife. You don't believe in how God intervenes. So in my other business, when I was losing my passion, they had put one level higher. That I was a senior executive director for years. They threw up national director, and I thought, well, maybe I'm just bored. So maybe I have to just strive for that national director. And there was a dear friend of mine from Canada that was also striving for national director, and she and I teamed up. We mentored each other, we cheered each other on up until the last day we could get sales in to see if we both qualified. We were just like, did you make it? And so we did, and we celebrated that. And so we were going to be attending a retreat, kind of like a treat for us, because we'd reached that level, and we were rooming together in Arizona, and that person was Angie Hall. And Angie and I were rooming together, and it was spring in Arizona, and it was hot, and she's putting socks on when she went to bed. And I'm like, I'm only telling you this story to tell you how easy it is to share our products. She was just putting socks on, and I'm like, what in the world? Are you crazy? She said, these are my magic socks. I'm thinking, you are from Canada, but you're in Arizona. You don't need socks in May. And she said, oh, these are my magic socks. She said, and then she went on to tell me Arnie's story. And I had remembered praying for Arnie when he was in that really bad accident. I knew how badly he was hurt. And she was saying he no longer uses a walker. He no longer uses, needs a cane anymore. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I don't know if she told me or if I read it in information she gave me, but somewhere it said you're 8 times less likely to fall when you're wearing our technology. I had just lost my dad 2 weeks prior to that, and he had fallen in a facility, a care facility, and he passed away 2 weeks later, just in excruciating pain from a broken bone that he had in his pelvis. And so I kept thinking, oh my gosh, like, could this have helped my dad? I had, a mom that had fallen, an aunt that had fallen, and so that kind of triggered me. And Angie, of course, being the good person she was, she had extra pairs of socks, and she threw me one and said, here, try these and see if you sleep better. And I never sleep when I travel, and I slept like a baby for the nights that we were there. So that was enough. I'm like, okay, I need to get some more socks. I want to make sure I get them for my mom, my aunt. Well, being, smart people that we are, I signed my husband up so I could get the discount. I told my company what I was doing, but I wanted to get a lot of products. So I signed up for the discount. So if some of you are on here, my guess is the people that sign up for the discount probably don't join these Monday night trainings. But what I'm going to tell each of you, if you have people that sign up for the discount, just for family, we call it family and friends discount. I don't promote that, but if you have people like that, don't ever just think that that's all they'll ever be. Because once they see the difference it makes in their life and in other people's lives, sometimes they get the bug for the mission. So just don't ever write them off as that's all they're ever going to be. I make sure that the people that are just very casual, they always know about the specials, because those people are not on my team page. Those people aren't on Team Vaccination. They're probably not paying any attention when they get something from VoxxLife in form of an email. So I message them every single time, and every single time 2 or 3 of them will thank me. I'll say, just in case you hadn't seen this, want to make sure, and they end up getting in on that sale. So as Terry said, I stepped away from my other business, love doing this full time, got in a bunch of events, bought gold packs, was rolling in, everything was going good, and then boom, COVID hits the spring of 2020, and everything changed because the events canceled, and that was primarily how I was doing my sales. And so I knew this from all my experience. You have to change with changing times. That's one of the things my other company didn't do. And we are so blessed to have Jay Dollywall with the promos he comes out and the bonuses he offers and the trainings that he offers. We have the amazing leadership here, and we should be so grateful for that, because nothing is ever going to go.
There we go. Okay, so stop the share. All right, so there we go. That was a great one. I'll put the link to that in the comments when I post this. So if you want to watch the whole thing, you certainly can. And now we're going to remember to move forward in our day by connecting with 2 people who already use Vox, 2 of your customers, and 2 people who would benefit from using Vox. Okay, so make sure you reached out to those people today and get your 10 minutes of writing in. Remember, if you're not sure what to write, doesn't matter, set a timer. Just write, ask questions. How did I get to be this ultra successful VoxxLife associate in such a short period of time? How did I take my business from not where I wanted it to way beyond my wildest dreams? Ask those kind of questions, write them down. The answers will come to you. You just have to trust me on that. And do the work. Okay, so these are our daily time investment strategies. We're calling them DTIS, and I hope you have an amazing day. All right, the Women of Vox call starts soon, so if you can be on there, fantastic. Love you all. See you tomorrow. Remember, when you're doing your DTIS, I would love you to post videos or just a quick share on what you did for your DTS each day. All right, the more you focus on your business in the minutes that you have, the faster your empire will grow. Thanks, everybody.